I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, doing no cap. Only got one, so you better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad, baby, I'm bad.
I just wanna stay bad, stay mad. Shit on my shoulder cause they treat me like an outcast. I ain't gonna take that, stay back. I'll be swinging hard till the hits come in all caps. I ain't gonna lay back, pray that someone's gonna...
What up, everybody? It's your boy, Mr. 35. I'm back at it again. Listen, people. Sorry your favorite hosts have not been here. I can tell you this. It is because sorry your favorite hosts have not. I've been on injury reserve. Yes, 35 thought he was a great basketball player and got injured. And the thing was, I wasn't playing around. It was just by myself, bam, PCL tear. So when I see players getting hurt, I'm like, damn. But anyway, welcome to the show. We're going to talk about my CFP. If you're watching the show, like, share, and subscribe. And give me a call, 567-343-0502. That's 567-343-0502. Text me. If you want me to call you, text call or text a question. I will answer it as soon as possible. So let's get into the show. So college football playoff is here, and I have watched almost most of the season. So most of the season have went by, and I've seen a lot of football since I've been on a downtime. And let me tell you, been looking. So the thing is this: I'm picking my Final Four for the college playoff. Now I don't know. One team scares me, and I get with you that. Get with that in a minute. My first team is, I'll tell you what, how about I just pull it up? Pull up on the screen, show you so you know what I'm coming from, okay? So you're like, oh, grief, what you talking about? This is where I'm coming from. This is how I see it, all right? So let my assistant pull it up real quick. Mr. Andrews. All right, here we go. And I'm going to share this with you. This is the way I see it. Right here is what we see, the CFP, right? You got Georgia, Michigan, Ohio State, Florida, Washington, Oregon, blah, blah, blah. All right. There's nobody here. Let's see. Let me go down some more. There's nobody in the top 10 right now that's going to make the playoff, okay? So I don't have my playoff. My top 4 is already up here, okay? So number 4 is Texas. I said Texas is going to make it because they got to play Oklahoma again. They might have to play let's see, Oklahoma State. I think they lost. Yeah, they lost. So Texas will have to play Oklahoma again. I got Texas beat Oklahoma. So Texas, the Big 12 will have a person representing them in the CFP. And the reason why I picked Texas is they are built to win this title. They got the running game. They got a nice Quentin Ewers is clicking. Even though he's been hurt, they have won many games. Now that Kansas State game is the dumbest coach. I swear to you, man, I was watching that game. I'm like, oh, Texas lost the game. But somehow they squeezed it out. And here go the rest of Texas schedule. The rest of that schedule is Iowa State, 1, Texas Tech. It could be a shootout, and Texas Tech have upset Texas before. So, but they have had 1, 2, 3, 4 quality wins, including Alabama, who's ranked number 3 now. They include Alabama. They have some solid wins. So Texas is my number 4 team. This is the final, not this week, not next week. This is the final, my final 4. This is what I picked. And my number 3 is Oregon. Oregon is my number 3. They will be in the college football playoff. They have beaten some very good teams. Colorado's ranked. Well, everybody whooping them. Utah and USC. Supposedly Heisman winner. And the only loss is because their coach was gambling, was playing Riverboat Ron Rivera, and lost the game. That's their fault. Instead of going for it, they should have kicked that extra point. They should have kicked those field goals, but they did. They tried to put Washington out. And you know what? Washington Huskies put it on. So, Oregon will be my next team that will get in. And the only thing that's standing in their way is Oregon State, which I don't think Oregon State going to beat them. I don't think Oregon State. But anything can happen. They are ranked number 12, and they have been playing some solid football. But, yeah, I don't think this happened. So, sorry, Oregon State. Sorry that, it's not going to happen. So, my number 2 team is not Florida State. It's not Washington. And I had a very, very hard debate on this. And I thought about it. And I don't even know if they're going to make it based off what's going on with them right now. But Michigan, I know I got a lot of Ohio State friends. I know I got a bunch of them. And believe me, they watch the show. But I'm sorry, guys. Y'all ain't going to make it. Michigan just built it. And and the reason why I chose Michigan, 1, they are a very good team. Harbaugh has recruited his tail off. He has recruited. Michigan have recruited they have recruited. If you pull up. They have recruited. And every team they play so far, except Penn State, they have put the work in on. They have had an easy schedule. No injuries. And they only play one top 10. See, that's the thing. They only play one top 10 team. But the reason why I got Michigan in there is because they're going to beat Ohio State. And, now that Maryland could slip up on them if they fall asleep on Maryland. Maryland can slip up, and they got some players that hang in there, but I think they should take care of Maryland fairly decent. But they on the road, and they going to Maryland. 2 on road games, I just don't know. And, with all this deal, I don't think I'm questioning about Michigan, which I think a lot of Ohio State fans and a lot of Big Ten fan, hoping what happened is that Michigan would get disqualified for the playoffs and they would get in. So I think Michigan, I think Michigan is in there. If they don't get out of their own way, because that darn Harbaugh, man, I tell you, he putting himself in a situation. So that was my number 2 team. This is the biggest debate right now. The reason why I didn't put Florida State, and my boy, I had him on the show, my boy Jones, Mississippi. I had him on the show. He's playing outstanding cornerback, number 7 for Florida State. That's my brother from another mother. But my man, I'm sorry. I couldn't pick you guys. I think North Carolina and Louisville are going to put in that work. This is Florida State schedule. Now, they got to play. They got a popcorn schedule this week. North Alabama, that ain't going to be nothing. But they got to play Florida, which I think Florida can put in some serious work. But at the same time, they have to play either North Carolina or Louisville in the ACC championship game, and that is the reason why I did not put them. I think they're going to lose against either Florida or North Carolina or Louisville. Everybody counting out Louisville. Louisville only lost 1 game. And they can make an honest conclusion debate that they should be in there. But I don't think they're going to get in. They ain't going to get in there. I mean, if you look at their schedule, they lost against Pitt, and that's going to hang on. They barely beat Indiana. They barely beat NC State, which is a rival. I mean, granted. And Virginia almost beat them. So Louisville, they still, much as they won't cry about it, that they ain't make the ACC, won't have nobody. The ACC, it just, their hope lies on Florida State. And so therefore, that's the only way they're going to get another team up in there. So Florida State, I think, is going to lose either against Florida or in the ACC championship game. I think Florida going to beat them, but that's my opinion. That's why I didn't pick Florida State. I wanted to pick Florida State, but I just can't. I just can't. Sorry, Jay, man. But I love you, bro. Appreciate you coming on the show. But man, that's the only reason I didn't pick. Because I think North Carolina or Louisville, more likely North Carolina is gonna end up putting in that work on y'all. So my debate is with Georgia, and I had Georgia, and I was dead set on Georgia, but doggone it, this team here is stirring up the pot. You get what I'm saying? Alabama is stirring up the pot. Well, I mean, granted, they got Chattanooga next week, and they got Chattanooga, pay them their money to get whooped. But they got to play in the Iron Bowl, which you Freeze have had Nick Saban number. For some reason, you have had that number. But the way I see Jalen Milrose playing, the way he's clicking, he's not looking just to run the ball. He's looking to extend plays, and he can do it. And he can hit that deep ball real good. He's learning the playbook real good. Reese is dialing it up. What making him dangerous now is he's making them outside mid-range throws. Those corner routes, in the beginning of the year, he couldn't hit. He's dropping. And he's dropping dimes in the bucket. So it's like, this guy is finally playing. And now that defense, always had a good defense. They had a good defense, but it was just Jalen Milroe. It was the quarterback. They got everybody on the offensive line is season. They had over 20 plus games. They've been in the trenches. They can play. So see, Alabama is see, that's why I did pick Georgia, and that's the only question mark. I'm doing it with a question mark, okay? Because Georgia, and Ole Miss, I should have known Lane Kiffin was gonna have his team up and ready to play Georgia. Should have known that. I thought Ole Miss was gonna come in there and play their tail off and somehow pull out that W. But it's Ole Miss. They dropped the turd when the light was the biggest, the shiniest, the brightest, whatever you want to put it. And they dropped the turd and let Georgia mop the floor with them. So the only reason I'm skeptical right now is Georgia and Alabama. So, of course, I want to pick Alabama. I'm in Georgia. But that darn Nick Saban can pull a rabbit out of his little 5'4" pickle leg tail. You know what I'm saying? He can pull it out. Just whoosh. And so I'm going with a Georgia. So that is my top. I got Georgia, Michigan, Oregon, and Texas. Now, if you're thinking it different, let me know. Let me know. And shout out to my 49er Nation. We came back, got Chase Young, put him on that D-line. We only rushing 4. They couldn't stop us then. Everybody healthy. Debo is back. Christian McCaffrey is healthy. George Kittle is catching the ball. And Brock Purdy, I still got to debate him. But he's playing good ball. He's not turning it over. He didn't make – see, this is my thing. With McCaffrey, with Brock Purdy, he didn't make a dumb mistake in the game. He didn't do something stupid to ruin us the game. Because the last 3-4 losses, he done a dumb play. Just flat out, what was you thinking type of play. And we lost. So long as he don't do, I call it a Jimmy G throw, we good, man. But that's what scares me. I think of Brock Purdy, and I thought he was good. He's good, but I'm just thinking like Jimmy G. He's played so good that he make this one mistake, and there you go. One dumb mistake, and there you go. Nothing. And we lose, and then everybody talk about me, and then I feel like I'm going to burn up my stuff. But I don't care, man. Just a game. I'm not getting paid for it. So, again, number is 567-343-0502. 567-343-0502. Text me. Let's see. Let's get to some of these messages. All right. Let's see. First message. First message is 3-5. Why can't Washington make it? Well, I gave that reason because they ain't going to beat Oregon. Oregon is the dog barking. She's go get her. No, seriously. But I don't think Oregon is going to lose another game. Plain and simple. I know they got a big rivalry game coming, playing the Beavers, number 12. Ukulele, I think I'm saying his name. Now, forgive me, because I'm trying to pronounce people's name correctly. But I don't think Oregon, the Beavers, got it. They don't got enough firepower to handle that Oregon offense. And Bo Nix is dropping dimes. Bo Nix is Last year, it seemed like he'd been in forever, but you know, COVID players is grown now. He's grown men out here, but I think Bo Nix and the Oregon Ducks is going to make it. And I think when they play Washington again, it's over with. Over with. Next question. All right. 3-5, Mr. 3-5. How do you like James Madison's chance at the playoffs? I mean, James Madison just jumped up to the big boys show. And James Madison is winning their games, blowing everybody out in their conference, you know, like they should. You know, and I mean, see, this is the reason why they're undefeated. If no one knows, James Madison is undefeated, and the reason why I wanted to play out 10 teams is a team like James Madison. You know, they work their tail off. You can't help where you play at it, and in order for them to build that program, a college playoff appearance will help them tremendously. And they don't have to lose their coach. You get what I'm saying? You see, the coach get to stay. He's like, okay, we have a chance to make the playoff every year. And when I'm going out recruiting, I can tell these players, look, we went to the college football playoff. We need such and such to win. I need you to come play for me. You're some of my missing piece. So therefore, little teams like this can get in. You know, I mean, all the champions can get in. You know what I'm saying? Like SEC, Big 10, Pac-12, Big 12, the MAC, the AAU. I don't think they call it AAU, forgive me. But, you know, all these little conference and like a little James Madison, who we know, my guys, we don't know, but we know. When they hit the Power 5, it automatic empties it out, you know, and people are gonna watch. People are gonna watch. You don't want to give a team credit because of their name. Ohio State, if they lose in the Big 10 championship, let's say they make it and they lose against whoever, they should be considered before someone like, let's say, maybe a James Madison. You're like, they play some high quality. No, I ain't gonna do that. I mean, like, if you go into 12 teams, if you don't have no other team, Notre Dame is not undefeated, and you don't have another team like that's undefeated, you know? And then you like Ohio State has the right to go in there. And it's 12 teams, you know. You can put two other teams. The college football playoff committee can pick the last two teams. Unless the only reason Ohio State wouldn't make it is James Madison or some little team, independent team, like I thought Air Force was going to make it, but some little independent team like James Madison go undefeated. They go undefeated and they get in. But if you just drop them and put Ohio State in, or Michigan, whoever loses, you just reward bad behavior. You say, okay, it's okay to lose and still get in the college football playoff. No, you win your championship game, you automatically get in. When you make it to your championship game and you lose a close game, we could consider you. You should do a little show. These are the teams that we are considered to make it to the last two spots or one spot of the college football playoff. It's not filled until we consider all of the variables. And this team, you should have to consider the loser of the ACC championship, the Big 10 championship, the SEC championship, the Pac-12, the Big 12. if you did not play in a championship game, a Power 5, you should not be considered for that last spot. That's what I think. And little team like Jay Madison and little team like that should be able to get in if they go undefeated, if they run the tape. See, they'll take the whole committee out of it. Yeah, they can have a big hoopla like, oh, we're going to pick the final team. Who is going to be? You know, spending a couple of days debating over that. Everybody wondering, got the, got give them a little cheese here and a little cheese there, and like, oh, give them a little nibble, like, oh, it could be this, it could be that. That's an interesting show. I'll watch it. Like, what idiot they gonna put up in there? But the fact that all these teams go to their championship game and win, they deserve to get their ticket punched. I will live and die by that. I know a lot of people like, oh, really? No. They do it in high school. They do it in NCAA. They do it in many other sports. If you win your championship, you get in. No one else should get in over you. Now, if there's a spot left, like a 11 spot, 11 and 12 spot where you're like, okay, no independent team showed a good showing, I'm going to put in one of these teams. A team that made it to a championship Power 5 game. The last two spot, if there isn't an independent team that doesn't blow you away, maybe Air Force, because they had one loss. I think they had one loss. Put them in there. But if they haven't, you know what I'm saying? They, Little Liberty. Liberty is undefeated. They're in Conference USA. But that means they'll get in anyway because Conference USA is mid-major. But what I'm saying, though, teams like Air Force, and Notre Dame, and all them, if they're an independent team, they have a great record, they can get in. But if you can't find no team like that, you should choose from the championship games of the Power 5. That's what I say. All right, this is Mr. 3-5. That's my 2 cents. Maybe I'll answer the rest of the questions later. Leave me a comment if you agree with what I'm saying. Thank you. And, I always say what I say and will continue to say what I say. All right? So, hey, DJ, let me hear it one more time.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gon' live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, doing no cap. Only God wants you, better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad,
yeah.
Baby, I'm bad.
I just wanna stay bad, stay mad, chip on my shoulder cause they treat me like an outcast. I ain't gonna take that, stay back, I'll be swinging hard till the hits come in all caps. I ain't gonna lay back, pray that someone's gonna help me, ain't nobody like that. I ain't gonna wait, that's all fact, give me one shot and I'll never get the throne back. I'm sick of being cautious, I'ma go cause something